Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and today I'm back with more Path of Legends content. As you can see, I'm on my other account at the 5th step up to Ultimate Champion, so I'm playing this Royal Giant deck, and I'm gonna be trying to go for Ultimate Champion in this video, so I'm about 5 wins away, I believe, so hopefully I can get it. Would be really nice. So yeah, I'm on my other account, and I already got Ultimate Champion on my main account without Phoenix, so excuse the Phoenix usage on this one, but I was actually playing Royal Giant with Archers and Skeletons, a slightly different version, to get to Royal Champion, but then once I got up here I felt like I kind of needed more firepower, so I switched them out for the Hunter and Goblins, which I'm using in this deck, and we do see a Phoenix by the opponent, so both my Phoenix and Monk are level 13 on this account, so I am going to be slightly underleveled. We do see a Royal Giant gonna go, or rather Electro Giant, gonna go Royal Giant of my own opposite lane right away. He does unfortunately have Cannon, which is going to do a really good job at just taking out my RG. Thankfully, the Bomber doesn't splash all of the Goblins, so I am able to take out his Phoenix Egg, and RG does get a couple shots in there, so decent chip. I'm going to go for a Fisherman, and I don't want to activate King because he obviously has a Tornado in this deck, so if okay, let's just go for a Lightning, which is quite aggressive, but it actually worked out because I'm going to have to commit Hunter now. That's going to be quite a lot of damage actually, but as you can see, Hunter does a great job. It's so high damaging, it's just really nice, so that's why I use it over Archers. I actually have to go for a Phoenix for this Golden Knight, but thankfully the dash didn't hit my tower, so that's fine. We're actually okay because he is going to have to respond to this Phoenix as well. He could also ignore it if he wants, but Phoenix is so broken, it's going to get even more damage, maybe even more than the right side. We'll see. He is going to have to go for his own Phoenix. He's kind of low in Elixir right now, but my hand is kind of awkward. I might be able to ignore his Phoenix, but let's see if he decides to play anything to support it. Okay, Mirrored Phoenix, wow. I'm going to have to kite it, I guess. Going to go for Goblins. My hand is really bad right now, so I'm going to just try and kite them opposite, I guess, if I can. One Phoenix is going to edge closer to my tower. I'm going to have to go for a Monk on the Egg, and that is almost going to be tower down, unfortunately, so really bad start here. Going to log because if you let the Egg go when it's far away, it'll still spawn into a Phoenix. Kind of broken, so you do have to respond, but Monk is going to elicit a response as well. Yeah, Golden Knight does get forced out, and we are heading into double Elixir now, so I can try and put on the heat with some more heavier Royal Giant pushes, I guess. Gonna stop that Golden Knight dash, and he does have a cannon, I remember, so gonna go RG right now, exact same time as his E-Giant. Gonna pull this, try and pull it opposite lane with this Fisherman, and then fireball the cannon right away, and I actually succeeded. Nice, so that Fisherman placement does pull opposite lane. I'm pretty sure he has a Tornado in this deck. I don't think I've seen it yet, but Fisherman is susceptible to getting tornadoed, so you do have to be careful, which is why if you go for a Fisherman to activate King and they do tornado it, it's not going to work out that well. You just go for a Lightning there, but that was a super big commitment, and I still have the Monk and Phoenix alive. Monk will be able to reflect a cannon if he plays one down right now, so yeah, as you can see, he was kind of deterred from playing a cannon. Does mirror his cannon as well, but Phoenix is going to town on it, and that is going to be an RG on tower. Phoenix is just devouring every single thing he puts down. So this is how strong Phoenix is. Just going to keep spamming at this point because I think it's over. RG is dead, but 2 Phoenixes are alive, and he basically didn't get another connection other than that first E-Giant connection. So that shows how strong the Phoenix is right now, and that's why I'm playing it. Again, apologies for abusing the Phoenix, but everyone else is, so might as well, right? But that's going to be a nice first win for the video. Alright, so we are getting into the next match against Manolo El Troll, and let's see what we have here. We have a decent starting hand. I'm going to give my opponent the good luck. Goblins are actually really strong. I think splitting them is safe. You could also go for them at the bridge, but splitting them is just really safe, like having 2 in each lane. And RG, you guys know that I'm not traditionally an Royal Giant player. I'm obviously an Expo player, if you've been watching my other videos for quite a while. But Royal Giant is honestly such a strong deck in every single meta. And I already got Ultimate Champion with Expo on my other account, and it was actually quite hard. Like, I was able to do it with a decent enough win rate, 66%, but RG I feel like is just much better in the meta and as a deck as a whole, so I'm playing it. Gonna go for an RG with this Phoenix. I think in general you can support your Phoenixes with Royal Giants. We do see a Bowler, so Cage coming out. This might be another E-Giant deck, because I don't think Splash Yard or Lumberloon Freeze does run the Goblin Cage, and so this is looking kind of precarious, but I think a Monk will be able to deal with everything if I just pop the ability. As you can see, it deflects the boulders back at itself, and it does just stall out the Phoenix completely, and it does also destroy the Egg, so that is pretty nice. Monk is great on defense, even a level 13 Monk, so again, I am kind of underleveled with my Monk and Phoenix, but I feel like this is one of the best decks in the entire meta, and so I've been having some decent success with it, even with some level 13 cards. So RG is just such a nice archetype. There's so many ways you can play the deck. You can build it like a beatdown push. You can play RG in the back and slow roll over time. You can also RG at the bridge like I'm doing right now, counter push with the Phoenix or other support troops. Phoenix synergizes super well with pretty much anything, but also Royal Giant, because it just does a great job at counter pushing. And right here, RG once again connects for quite a lot of damage, and my opponent just doesn't really have much of a response because Phoenix behind is just causing him so much trouble. I could try and activate King with a Fisherman, but I don't think the bowler has enough HP, so I'm actually just going to Monk and chill, and then Hunter the back. So he still hasn't revealed his win con, I believe. I think it's going to be Electro Giant. Not sure, yeah, there it is. Going to pop my ability, as you can see, also does get some pretty nice chip on the tower, and then just going to Fisherman early. He does have a lightning as well, but I can get back to my Hunter if I need to, and I think I will. And honestly, Phoenix does so much damage, even though it does actually kind of get destroyed by the E-Giant, because E-Giant does deflect back any hits. It still does a lot of damage in the meantime, and I'm pretty much counter-pushing with an RG every single time I have a Phoenix on the board, just because I feel like it's good, especially because RG will tank for the egg. That time my opponent defended it pretty well, and I don't really get too much out of that situation, but it's still okay because I'm keeping him on the defensive pretty much the entire time. Just going to Monk the bridge right here, try and get some guaranteed damage with the ability. And yeah, it should be pretty solid. And then Hunter, again, is so good against E-Giant as well, as you can see here. Because believe it or not, Hunter actually used to get like one-shot by an E-Giant. All the bullets would get reflected back at itself. But they buffed it. I don't know why. Like, they fixed that interaction. I feel like it was kind of the right thing, like the right situation for the Hunter. Like, Hunter was such a strong card in the meta at that time. It was very overpowered. So I feel like they shouldn't have buffed it, even considering that. But yeah, Hunter does great against E-Giant because for some reason like only one of its shots get reflected, or a few instead of all of them. Gonna try and protect this Hunter with my Monk. Kind of messed up, but it's alright. Gonna Phoenix to make sure the egg gets taken out, and I'm just chipping him out with my Monk ability at this point because he does have decent Royal Giant defense, and I don't really need to go into all of his troops, right? So he has a cage, he has a baby dragon. Going RG into that would just be pretty bad, so it's not really worth it. Gonna go Goblins early, log. Goblins do actually survive one E-Giant reflection, so they do get 2 hits off. Monk is also great, by the way, against E-Giant. I've talked about this a lot with my Expo deck, but it just knocks everything back, and it does a great job. Goblins also are super underrated right now, I feel like, because just having 4 of them is so good. And I'm just going to Fireball Cycle. There's no real need to go RG, because that's just in range of 2 Fireballs, and I'm very confident I can defend. Just going to Fisherman, pull this opposite lane. He actually gets the block with the Bar Barrel, which is well played, but misses the block with the Bowler, unfortunately, so that is going to be a good game. Really, really nice win against E-Giant. So if you guys need a deck that can beat E-Giant if you're struggling, then RG might be the move. So that's just going to be another nice win. 2 wins in a row to start things out. At 7 steps up now, so I am only 3 wins away from Ultimate Champion. Would be really, really nice if I was able to get it. Alright guys, we are looking for the 3rd match. 2 E-Giants in a row so far, pretty interesting. We went against both of them with Phoenix as well. My opponent's giving the WoW, I guess I'll give it back. But yeah, the first one had Phoenix Mirror, which is pretty broken, but I can't complain because I'm playing Phoenix myself, I guess. Just going to start with Goblins at the bridge. I feel like being a bit aggressive this time. And does go for a log, so I'm going to go for a Fisherman. And by the way, whenever you cycle a Fisherman, if you don't know what they have, you want to play it slightly higher up, like where I played it there. Because if they have a giant skeleton, they could just play it at the bridge if you play Fisherman in the back, and then it'll blow up on your tower, so you really don't want to cycle Fisherman at the back. Or if they have like Electro Giant, or pretty much any big tank, your Fisherman will pull it straight to your tower, so be very careful when cycling Fisherman, be a bit wary. Gonna RG, because this is quite a big counter push. Gonna pop my ability as well. Unfortunately, that means I won't have enough for Goblins right away. He does go for a Tornado, so this is looking like Hog ExeNado. Log as well will kind of delay my RG for a bit, so honestly pretty nice defense on his end. I do get 3 hits, so damage is kind of equalized, and I think this Phoenix will actually have to get a response, otherwise it's going to come back. Yeah, there it is, rising from the dead. Forced out the Goblins, going to log them to try and get some Phoenix chip if I can. Okay, nice Ice Spirit, kind of separated there so it didn't get clipped by the log. That was well played, so we are still pretty even on damage. I'm down by a little bit, but yeah, it's not looking too good. Gonna go for Phoenix. I'm pretty sure he has Rocket in this deck, so if I go for like a Hunter in the back, he can just rocket my Hunter off, but if I go Phoenix and he rockets it, it'll obviously respawn, right? So Yeah, just gonna Fireball the Executioner. I'm not sure if that's the right play or not, but Phoenix will take it out if he doesn't protect it, or at least it should. Okay, never mind. Okay, it does, actually. Gonna activate King with Fisherman. This is a placement you want to use. He does actually... Wow, he actually kind of baited me there with the Tornado. So I do not get the activation. So that's what I was talking about in the E-Giant match, where if they have a Tornado, they can kind of screw you over. Gonna Monk for this Valk, and actually I kind of regret that already. I think I should have gone Log first for the Goblins, because they kind of destroyed my RG. I think I would have gotten a lot more damage if I logged first and then went Monk, because keeping the Fisherman alive wasn't really a priority there, so just gonna go Goblins. Unfortunately, Hog will still get one hit. I get some decent chip with my Monk, but this is not looking too good. Gonna Phoenix again, maybe bait out a Rocket, and then it'll respawn again, but yeah, he's smart, he knows what he's doing. Just gonna RG at the bridge, and then Fisherman to predict the Valk. Okay, we did get it off. Gonna Log to predict the Goblins as well. Okay, he does go for a Tornado instead, so now we can go Goblins and Log as well. Gonna Fireball the Exe, I guess. I do need tower damage. That's gonna put me back in the lead, but I'm kind of scared of his Hog right now, so I do have to be prepared. I do have my Monk and Phoenix ready for his Hog. Gonna Phoenix to predict the Hog Rider. He does go for a Hog still. Gonna Hunter and Goblins, and then I think I need to Log as well, because it'll definitely get a hit. Like, no matter how much you throw at it, if something's tanking for it, it's gonna get a hit. And gonna Fireball this off instantly. Hopefully Phoenix can pick it off, but actually it's kind of too far. So yeah, at least I pushed it opposite lane though. Fireball knockback plus Phoenix death knockback, pushed it all the way opposite. I'm gonna go for an RG at the bridge. Once again, Fisherman to pull the Valk away. Goblins as well. Unfortunately, I don't have Log right away in Cycle though, so Goblins are just gonna kind of eat my RG alive, and now I'm kind of screwed. I don't have anything for this Hog. I think I have to Fireball it, but yeah, that is gonna be a good game, pretty much. So, nice win for my opponent there. He did play it pretty well. Pretty high skilled deck, Hog ExeNado, but it's alright. Let's move on and try and keep the wins coming. Alright guys, so an unfortunate setback there, but we can win it back. Found the next game against Next Ghost, and he has Sparky on his profile, so he might be playing Sparky. Would be interesting. We actually see the Heal Spirit as well, so this genuinely could be Sparky. And Sparky usually hard counters Royal Giant, I believe, but Monk might change that, because Monk, as you know, can deflect a Sparky into itself, which is just ridiculous. Okay, it is going to be Sparky, as I suspected. Heal Spirit does kind of make sense in Sparky as well. Going to Phoenix, and I think I'm just going to let the Monk go. If he doesn't touch the Monk, it's going to get quite a lot of damage on his tower. Thing is, he might just ignore it and go all in with this Sparky. So if he does that, and he does actually with the Goblin Giant. So I'm going to activate King, and then I think I have to eat one Sparky hit to go for a Hunter, because if I Hunter, it'll just die. So, okay, never mind. Egg is actually so clutch. Going to log the Sparky back as well. And, okay, Hunter does not take it out, sadly, so I might still take a hit. Okay, I don't. Wow. So Phoenix Egg is actually kind of overpowered, as you saw. I mean, I took quite a bit of damage there, but look at how much damage I got with my Monk, and right now he does not have Sparky in hand. Oh, he does have Mini P.E.K.K.A too, so we'll be able to take out my RG, but not before I get 2 hits, and some nice Fisherman chip on the right as well. And then Goblins can just get a nice positive trade against the Mini P.E.K.K.A. That being said, though, I did spend 8 total with the RG, so it is still a +4 for my opponent overall. But I am still in the damage lead, and as you saw, that is the placement with the Fisherman you want to use to activate King against pretty much anything. I also tried it against the Hog deck, but he obviously knew what he was doing, and he nadoed the Fisherman away. With this deck, he does have a Zap, so he could have gone Zap to kind of throw me off and reset the activation, but it's still fine. I'm gonna go for a Monk, and he does go for the Minion, so gonna pop my ability. If you guys didn't know, Minions basically throw Dark Elixir, which means Monk ability does actually deflect minions back at themselves, any minions or minion horde. And now his Phoenix is going to be dead, Hunter will take out the egg, and then my Phoenix is reborn from the ashes again. So I'm going to RG right away, knowing that he has to respond to this right side. He's going to be in trouble. Yeah, he has to respond to my RG with the Mini P.E.K.K.A, but the right side still gets so much damage, and I still take tower. Look at how much my right side counter push got his tower down to, 1300 pretty much. So he's losing on both sides right now. Does go Sparky. I could Fireball it, but I think I'm just going to try and Monk deflect it back at itself, because it is, again, kind of a funny play. Going to Monk ability right now. Should do just fine. Going to Hunter for the Goblin Giant, and I might lose my tower here. Going to try and keep it alive. That's going to be a fair amount of Fireball value, actually. I think I'll take it. And yeah, I'm not going to lose my tower at all. I thought I might, which would have honestly been fine, because as you see, my counter push takes the right side tower. But yeah, that game is pretty much over. So normally, again, Royal Giant gets hard countered by Sparky, but this deck is so strong because of the Phoenix, because of the Monk. You saw that Phoenix Egg, when it died, it tanked one Sparky hit in the first push. Like, that was just ridiculous. So this deck is actually insane, and you are still able to beat decks like Sparky with relative ease. So that's going to be a win to make up for that loss. Let's try and keep it going, though. I think we're still 3 away, so have to keep the wins coming. Alright guys, and we are into the next match against P.E.K.K.A. Let's see what he's going to be running. Looks like a Japanese player based on his clan. Kind of an interesting starting hand. Think I'm just going to cycle a log and hope that he's not playing log bait. Okay, Skarmy. So it is going to be some kind of bait deck of sorts since he does have the Skarmy. Going to Goblins though. Goblins do a great job at taking skeletons out because it's the same as minions versus bats. It's like a similar interaction where Goblins have a much, or not much faster, but they do have a faster hit speed, so they take out the skeletons before they can even counterattack. So they just have a great interaction against any kind of skeletons. That's also why Goblins do so well against Graveyard. So this deck actually does pretty okay against Graveyard. Even the RG deck I was playing before did well as well. We do see a Night Witch, so Skarmy Night Witch. Not actually sure, maybe Golem, but I haven't seen Golem with Skarmy in quite a long time. Bowler as well. Okay, I think it's going to be Giant Graveyard. Going to go for an RG at the bridge, because he doesn't have Skarmy in cycle, so not sure what he does have. Okay, Archer Queen, level 13 Queen. RG will be getting a fair amount of damage, though. We force the ability out, and his Queen ability is wasted. I hope he's not back to it by the time it crosses the bridge, but it shouldn't be. Just going to Hunter to take the Queen out, and that's going to be all fine and well. Phoenix does a great job on the right and will force response, and as you can see, Hunter just does so well, so I'm going to log just to make sure I don't take too much giant damage. I don't have log and cycle for the Skarmy now. Just actually let my Phoenix go, so that's going to be quite a lot of damage on the right, which means I kind of have the freedom to go in either lane, which is great. And we do see the Giant, which means probably Giant Graveyard. Now this is one deck that I absolutely despise. I really hate this deck with the Bowler and the Night Witch as well. It's like an impossible matchup times 100 against Expo. But with Royal Giant, that's kind of a different story because I have much better responses. I was just talking about it, right? Goblins do pretty well against Graveyard. I also have Fisherman to activate King against Giant if he gets a bit complacent or messes up. I have Hunter, which is surprisingly good against Graveyard if needed. And then, of course, Log is great too. I'm actually going to leak because I don't want to waste anything. I don't think I want to RG right into a Skarmy or anything. So I'm just going to wait for him to make a play. I mean, he's losing on tower damage right now. So if we just don't play anything until tiebreaker, he will literally lose. So yeah, like I don't want to cycle a monk and then, okay, I guess I will cycle a monk because he's still not playing anything. But I didn't want to cycle a monk and then he goes like Giant Graveyard opposite lane or something. I'm going to go RG Phoenix opposite because this will be great. And I have login cycle for the Skarmy if I need to. So just going to get ready. And he does just let it go. So that is going to be a lot of damage. Not tower down, but a lot of damage again. Going to pop my monk ability, deflect the bowler back at itself. And then Hunter will do great against the Giant. Goblins for the Graveyard. I'm going to get my log ready. Going to Fireball the Night Witch. And he does go for arrows, but very late. Like, as you can see, that push was no struggle at all to defend with it. I actually think I messed up. I think I can activate King off of a bowler. I just don't really play with this deck that much, as you can probably tell. So I'm not super confident with the interactions, like Fisherman to activate off a bowler or Executioner. Not super sure on the placements, but you can obviously do it. And Fisherman does whisk away the Night Witch. That's going to be a lot of damage. RG actually gets another shot, so that's going to be pretty much a free win. Like, I didn't have to do that much. That was just quite a good matchup for me. So just shows how strong RG can be in some matchups. And again, that matchup is one that I absolutely hate with Expo. So really happy I didn't have Expo this time around. That's going to put me 2 away from Ultimate Champion. Alright guys, so still feeling pretty good off of that win. I do always like to see a Giant Graveyard player lose, but let's get into the next one. 2 wins away again. Founder match against White Lord. Looks like he's going to be a pretty decent player here, so should be in for an interesting game. I think that was a top 30 global tournament finish on his end, so pretty good. Bandit first play, going to go for Goblins, and Bandit I don't see very often. This could be P.E.K.K.A bridge spam, which, believe it or not, does not counter Royal Giant. Okay, Golden Knight as well. So, looking like it is going to be bridge spam, but maybe not P.E.K.K.A bridge spam, maybe some other type. Just going to Monk to match his Golden Knight. Monk should actually beat the Golden Knight in a 1v1 just because it's... Okay, and Giant as well, wow. Going to go for an RG opposite right away because I don't know what this is, and he just committed his win condition, his main tank in the back. RG is going to be going to town, so he's going to ignore the Royal Giant. Okay, 3 Musketeers, interesting. I actually, if I reacted super fast, maybe I could have activated the ability and deflected that 1 Musketeer back at itself, but it should be fine. Just going to Hunter for the Musketeer right away, Fireball for the 2 Musketeers, and then Fisherman for this Giant. And, okay, Minion Horde is Probably going to take my entire tower, honestly. I was not expecting that. Goblins will kite, but an activated king is helping out, but wow, that is way too much damage. 200 HP. I think he'll get one more hit as well. Yikes, 118 HP, so that is not the start I was looking for. Fisherman does pull the bandit though, and I could RG once the bandit locks on, because I think he played that at a pretty low amount of elixir. So I'm going to go in, and he shouldn't have Horde back in cycle, so I'm going to hover my log if he has like a Goblin gang or anything. Okay, does just mirror his bandit, so looks like he actually had a fair amount of elixir, but again, I know he didn't have the best hand there, so we do get our damage back, which is pretty good. 2-tower game shouldn't be that bad for RG. Okay, kind of messed up my monk placement because the Gold Knight does dash onto my tower as well, but the clap will do okay. It does result in 2 more Gold Knight hits on my tower though, so not the best. Usually, so giant 3 Musketeers, I haven't seen that in a long time. Gonna fireball this pump. I mean, I have seen it like somewhat recently, but I see it very rarely, so kind of interesting to see it here. Usually they don't really have any big spells though. He does go with 3M in the same lane. I don't know what was up with that, but gonna RG opposite right away, and then just monk for the Musketeers. Okay, I actually should have seen that coming. Minion Horde's gonna destroy my RG, but I can hopefully survive. As you can see, monk does amazing against 3M, so really big mistake on his end to go 3M in the same lane. Bandit will dash onto my tower, and he does log my tower, so he does have a log in this deck. So that is not great, because I'm now probably going to lose my left side tower, and the right side tower is quite low on HP as well. RG in the pocket is pretty good though. RG is usually not that bad in a 2-tower game. It's just that my right side tower is really low again, so kind of unfortunate there. But I think I'm going to RG once this Musketeer crosses a bit. I'm going to monk and then RG. Goes 3M in the same lane, so going to pop my monk ability. Will take out the Musketeers, and then RG will get decent chip as well. And oh my god, he actually forgot to log. Wow, so that's going to be a good game. Yeah, he gives the oops, so 41 HP. Log would have taken it, so I'm really lucky he forgot there. Oh my god, but that's going to put me 1 win away from Ultimate Champion, I swear. It's always the games that are 1 win away that I get insane luck like that, like in the Expo video as well. But anyways, let's try and get the final match. Alright guys, so I will be honest, I did tilt a little bit, lost a few, but I managed to win them back, and I am now back up 1 win away from Ultimate Champion. I am not trying to hide the fact that I lose or anything, but I already included a loss in the video so far, so I don't think there's too much of a point. Gonna Fisherman activate King. Wow, he does zap the Fisherman off right away. I do still get the activation at least, which is nice, but that's gonna be an extra hog hit for him. Gonna Monk in front, because that was quite a big commitment on his end, 6 for 3. So I should be able to do okay. Gonna log the Dark Prince off to take the shield off, and then... Okay, he does have a Mega Knight as well, so this kind of sucks because I don't have my Monk or Fisherman in cycle. I can get back to my Fisherman, but I think I might have to Hunter here. So I'll just Hunter. Phoenix should do okay against the Mega Knight as well. Yeah, Phoenix is doing a great job, just so much damage. Same for Hunter, and so that's going to be it. Going to Fireball the Princess off instantly, try and get some Phoenix chip. And I should get at least 1 hit in there. Okay, nice, 2 hits, not too bad. So going to hover my Fisherman for his Hog Rider. This should be the optimal placement to perfectly counter a Hog, I believe. It does get whisked away and all towers are targeting it. Okay, somehow it still got a hit. I'm kind of confused because I thought to fully counter a Hog, you have to play the Fisherman in that spot, like opposite lane, and then all towers will help out, but I guess not. Maybe I played it too low. I'll see next time, I guess. But we do still take 1 hit, unfortunately. Again, I'm not an expert with Fishermen, so not the best. But gonna RG the bridge because he doesn't have any big DPS in his deck so far. Gonna Phoenix for this Minions as well because... Okay, wow. Phoenix unfortunately does not one-shot Minions. Never mind, I forgot I had an underleveled Phoenix. Normally Phoenix is supposed to one-shot Minions, but I guess was not the case for me. And now I'm gonna get punished big time by this Hog Rider, so that's not looking too hot. If I had a level 14 Phoenix, I probably would have taken his tower, or close to it, based on that interaction. But I guess we're still even. I still got some damage, so not too bad. And again, RG is pretty good in a tower trade situation, because RG in the pocket is always solid. Gonna Monk ability right now. He might go for a Mega Knight, considering I just wasted my Monk, so I do have to be careful of that. Let's see. So just gonna Hunter to set up for defense, and I don't think he's back to Hog yet. Does Mega Knight the back. I think I'm still going to RG because, again, Mega Knight isn't really high on DPS. Won't really do much against a Royal Giant. And I do also have a Hunter there for the Minions. Going to Fireball it right away. He does Lightning my RG plus Hunter. I think I got 1 RG hit there, I'm not sure. Going to log the Princess instantly. Monk for the Mega Knight, and then I do have to get ready for his Hog. Yeah, he does go for Hog. So I'm going to go Goblins plus Hunter to full counter. Can't afford to take any hits at this point because we are nearing the end of the match, so I don't think we're going to get into a tower trade. I think it's just going to be first person to lose their tower loses. So gonna RG right away. Does go Mega Knight. I can just Fisherman on it and then Fireball these minions. So I think he lost because this Fireball should clean everything up. Okay, I missed one minion, but hopefully the King helps out soon enough. Okay, Lightning comes down. Gonna Monk for the Mega Knight block. And Zap comes in, but okay, oh my god. I don't know how much one minion does, but that's going to be a super close game. I don't know if it does 125 or not. Oh my god. But that is going to be Ultimate Champion. Let's go. We finally got it. And okay, 77% win rate. That is really good. On my main account, I got, or other account, I guess this is my main account, I got a 66% win rate because I was playing with Expo. So this just shows you, if you play any deck other than Expo, you will probably do better. So yeah, welcome to Ultimate Champion. Rating is decided by your win rate, and that's going to put me ranked 941 global. So still top 1k, even though I got Ultimate Champion a fair amount later than my other account. So I'll show you guys where I am in the Hall of Fame. Pretty nice stuff there, and I am honestly pretty proud of that win rate, especially because I don't play Royale Giant again, so I'm happy, I guess. It is not a super hard deck to play, but I feel like it's quite a hard deck to master. Is a lot of fun though, so yeah, that's going to be it. Interesting deck there, or interesting matchup there rather. That's going to be Ultimate Champion finally, so now I have Ultimate Champion on 2 accounts. Did get the emote on this account too. That's going to be really nice. So again, really happy about this. This RG deck is super strong, so absolutely feel free to give it a try if you guys want. There, like I did lose to that one Phoenix spam deck, but I was able to win it back pretty quickly afterwards. So yeah, that's going to be Ultimate Champion, guys. Only 2 losses so far, so pretty nice win streak, and 77% win rate is not something I can complain about. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.